Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me out there? Good. Oh, 1 second. Let me get my life together. I'm sorry. I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning. But I'm here with you all. Exact will be here soon. She needed to get coffee or something. But we're ready to do some racing. You can't hear it? Yes? So it looks like we have MM2 and Professor running RBO, so reverse boss order. Reverse boss order is fun. I say that as someone who's never played it, but wants to. And as the title says, 1 sub for Taco Tank. Oh. Taco Tank, which Merrick is saying is a very difficult trick that I think also relies on RNG, right? It's like also 50-50 RNG. Yeah. They're already neck and neck. Strong start. But yeah, this is going to be a hype race. I'm glad that you all either woke up early to be here, or maybe it's midday, maybe it's the evening. Maybe you live in a better time zone. So once Exact gets here, she'll no, damn it, no, I want tacos. Oh, breakfast burrito sounds so good right now. Merrick, what did you do? So you will see, because the bosses are being done in reverse boss order, Ridley will be first, Dragon will be next, Ventoon, and then our resident finger flicker Kraid. And so before they make their descent into Lower Norfair, they are going to stock up on all the goodies, right? Because they're not going to have Varia or Gravity to protect them from heat. And so they're going to have to get beefy and bulky. So we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, cool. So we're getting a fun category.
Oh, hey. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Don't
Sorry
worry,
about that.
I was holding down the fort.
Sounded like it. Yeah, this is probably not necessarily my RBO is not necessarily my favorite category to play because it can be really frustrating to play. But conceptually, I think it's probably like the category I think is the coolest. Just because it like really exemplifies and demonstrates like the absolute freedom you have in this game to do stuff basically any way that you want, even without major glitches. So, very cool category. I'm excited.
I feel like freedom, the word freedom there is being used very loosely. Do you have much freedom when you're playing this game in general? I'm just kidding.
I mean, existentially, no, but as far as
Existentially.
routing, sure.
The illusion of control, if you will. It's okay, I can stop whenever I want.
Yeah. Philosophical treatise on like the illusion of free will vis-a-vis Super Metroid.
All right, here they go to go get the first energy tank. Right, this is...
Yep. So they're gonna be coming over here. They both of them went up the elevator, killed all the pirates and opened
Oh,
that
and then get the
great door.
deboost. Yeah.
And so yeah, that spawns the enemies so they don't have to do Taco Tank, which is
Yes.
a real dumb trick. It's frame perfect input, frame perfect input, frame perfect input, 50-50 chance you hit it because of the game's collision oscillator.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, I was
This is
right
a
then,
lot
because
better.
Merrick brought up Taco Tank, and I said it was a difficult trick, and there was RNG, and so both of those statements were see, I'm learning. All
It's
right,
not
RBO's in my future, maybe.
it's not technically RNG.
Well, is it
It
a
like
50-50 chance? Like, can you predict when that 50-50 chance is going to happen?
not competently as a human.
Oh.
It's based on the frame, the global frame counter. So
Mm,
every other frame, the collision oscillator is odd or even, and it alternates on even and odd frames. So it's not. It is technically deterministic and like not RNG at all. But yeah, it's very you as a human, you have no way of knowing.
okay. All right. Only the powers that be on the planet Zabebes knows.
Yeah, or that task guy. That task guy can
Or
do
that
it,
task
but
guy. You know what? But that's less fun.
yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I'm pretty convinced that that task guy cheats. So have you
all
seen him do
right.
lower Norfair?
Have you seen those arm pumps to get early supers? My mind was blown when I watched the task any percent. So the the runners, as you see, going the usual route that they all do, getting the bombs first.
Um,
Um, is it Merrick? Frame country. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's a good question for exact though.
well, I'm not in chat. What are the
Oh,
people
isn't
asking me?
Fantoon's first pattern also based on a frame counter?
Yes, Fantoon's first pattern is based on the global timer,
Nice.
and then future patterns are based on on like a standard RNG
BTs
generation.
look good.
But
No BT skips
yeah,
here.
so it's for Fantoon's first pattern though, it goes through a cycle of it's like a 4 frame cycle. There's like a slow frame, mid frame, slow frame, fast frame. Um, and so like yeah, it's dependent on the global timer, but the global timer is like again, there's no way for humans to really manipulate the global timer to that degree.
Hmm. MM2, typing on full sentences as he's in the middle of a speed running competition.
All right, so
Very typical of
MM2,
M2.
yeah, I mean, like if you ever see MM2 is typing at the bottom of the screen in Discord, it just means that he's doing another run.
All right, so off to get early supers. They'll probably grab the reserve tank that's over there as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yes, they'll both get this reserve tank. I think MM2 took that damage in Green Pirate Shaft because he's going to Moondance, but I'm not sure. I can't remember
Oh,
if
and
he
you need to
Moondances
have
or not.
taken damage to do so?
No, it's just a little faster to go through the pirates. It's just
Mm,
Prof is not going to get an energy tank refill until high jump. Um, and so wanted to preserve that um energy so that he could um potentially put some drops into his reserve tank, whereas MM2 is going to get a refill immediately because he is going if he does Moondance, then he's going directly down to Eticoons and getting the
uh,
energy tank there.
MM2 says LL no.
Oh, okay. It's like I couldn't remember if he Moondanced. I thought for sure he did in at least one. I think he does in one category, but I guess not this one. Wait, yeah, Moondance and RBO is for single only for single Norfair. You only get
Not in
4 supers.
Arby's. Oh my god, I love that as RBO's nickname.
Duh.
Look at this movement from both of these runners. You can
Yeah.
tell they've invested some good time into this game.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
they're
yeah,
both
so
very
that
knowledgeable.
yeah.
Right, Air?
Um
Sepsimo? Dang, 25 super.
um but yeah, I know that the pseudo RNG is technically deterministic as well, like technically everything is. But as far as like a way like as far as like human like ability to manip, we can't really manip the PRNG super competently. We can manipulate it a lot more competently than the global timer though. Like any of the there are several manips that rely on normalized RNG from hopper type enemies. Oh, that was. I think there's it looked like there was a way to do that where you get both drops. That would have been really cool, but it's still a pretty cool farm. From Prof, I like that because you do really want to like. At this point in the game, it's important that you do want to be like generally looking for as many chances
Mm,
to put energy into your reserve tank as possible.
yeah.
Because we're coming up to our first Norfair visit here, and these early hell runs are very much not trivial. Even on 3 tanks, and 3 energy tanks in reserve, the wave hell run especially is still very, very dangerous.
It's
So,
still, yeah, it's still not easy by any means. It's definitely a warm-up hell run for what's to come here in a bit.
yep.
Um,
So we're gonna go here, gonna get our high jump boots. Not just because we need them for not just because they're a very good item, but because we need them to get through Meridia.
yes,
Um,
suitless. So both the first bosses, right, Ridley and Dragon, will be suitless, so that means they will be experiencing heat damage as they navigate Lower Norfair, and they'll be moving through water physics
um,
for the beginning.
yeah, the second 2 bosses actually won't be done with any suits either, but that's less important.
That is, okay. I mean, technically truth, but
Did you expect anything different?
no, I kind of set that one up. Taking a save, smart.
Yep, yeah, this is
I
if you're
support that
doing
choice.
if you're doing runs, this is whatever. It's basically just like resetting Fantoon in Fantoon first, like resetting this hell run. But if you you don't want to do that in a race. Um,
Yes.
like losing a couple of minutes to having to reload that save and redo this hell run is significantly less costly than having to redo the entire first 12 minutes.
I don't think Professor saved, did he? Oh, made it out.
Did
Hopefully he
Prof not?
saves here at Bubble Mount 10. Yes, he's gonna save here, right? Nope, just
Nope.
kidding.
All right, I thought
Hmm?
that I had seen Prof save, but maybe I missed it. So
Maybe I
yeah,
missed
we're
it.
gonna get a reserve refill here. This should give him plenty of time to get up to the Speedbug farms. And yeah, with that save, Prof is gonna be slightly ahead now.
Yes.
MM2 having to do some pause use to keep from dying. Interesting little trick. If you pause, like if you go to 0 HP during the pause fade out, the game you don't die. Um, you'll only die if you unpause and the fade out fully finishes and you're at 0. So you can pause, restore some energy
Mm-hmm.
from your reserve, and then unpause. And that way, you can try to go for it if you and like potentially not spend your reserve. You don't have to commit early like Prof did to spending that reserve. Prof was just a little bit too low to be able to get there, to have any chance of getting there, so he just
Mm-hmm.
refilled in advance.
Yeah, it's the best way to maximize. I'm gonna say your profits. That doesn't make any sense in this context. Maximize the health that you have. Make good use of it. It is a pretty neat technique, but again, if you are uh, just a little too late and you go to pause, then you die. So
Yep. And in this category, as with many categories in Super Metroid, I'd say almost all categories in Super Metroid, dying is in fact suboptimal.
dying is that is true. Is there a category in which dying isn't suboptimal?
I think there's some like weirdo glitch category where you like do something and then you to like set memory and then you die and reload your save, and because of what you've done, when you reload your save something different has happened. But NMG, no, or like quote unquote NMG, there are
And
issues with
no
that
major
term.
glitches. I was like, what does that stand for? Kill
Yeah,
sums
there
RTA? What? Kaizen, is that Is that truly a category? That's a
Oh
meme.
yeah,
It's got to be a meme.
it is a meme, but it's also a category. It's on the extensions board. World record's 53 seconds in Spain.
Gosh.
You can
Navigating
actually
this,
die to Series Ridley.
navigating the double chamber. Professor getting out of there. This is a very sketch place to be.
Yep.
Taking
No,
damage from the Ripper so that neither of them takes spike damage,
yeah.
which is a big ouchie when you're already taking heat damage, so...
Yep. Yeah, with this Hell Run, with the extra tank, they have a little bit of wiggle room, but on 3 tanks, it's very, very tight. Basically, you cannot, if you're 3 tanking, you cannot take any damage except for the heat damage. Like I said, that extra tank gives you a tiny bit of extra. Oh yeah, they're both going cross because they both do single Meridia.
They're both doing what? I'm sorry?
They're both doing single Meridia. So they are, so in RBO, you, if you're not doing the try-hard world record Moondance route, which I don't recommend to basically anyone, what you do is you do your initial Criteria Brinstar pass, you come down, you do your Norfair pass, you get boots, wave, speed, and then you can either get grapple and ice on that visit, and then go up, do a pass of Criteria and Brinstar to get more tanks and ammo, and then go through Meridia on your way back down to Norfair, which gets you an extra super pack and potentially an extra tank if you want to spend the time for Mama Turtle. Whereas what our runners today are doing is they didn't get ice or grapple, they didn't go to Croc yet. Oh, very nice down grab, Prof. Let's go. And so they just left Norfair with speed, wave, and boots.
Oh, MM2, almost, so close.
Very close, just a little bit low on that
Yeah.
last jump.
That's a tough trick to do.
It is.
I know that
Yeah.
Professor made it look very easy, but it is indeed not easy.
No, it's. I think you have about half a tile, and the wall jump has like, I want to say like a 1 to 3 frame window depending on your positioning on the wall. It's not. It's like not like frame perfect or pixel perfect or anything, but it's very much not trivial. All right.
These guys do some damage if they hit you. So Professor taking it nice and slow, getting more power bumps. So they're off collecting ammo for one of my favorite mechanics in the game, but the Crystal Flash.
Yes.
And Crystal Flashing is where you you use ammo to refill health. You have to be empty on your reserves. You have to be below 50 health. Have 10 of each. Actually, you have to have 11 power bombs because you have to lay one down, and then it fills up all your health and your reserve, which is pretty exciting.
You technically don't need 11 power bombs, but it's really, really dumb to do with only 10.
I've never heard that you could do it with 10, so.
No, you have to, yeah, you can lay the power bomb before the magic frame, like collect a power bomb drop, and then get back into
Okay, but
you
still okay. Technically the truth, you don't have to collect, you don't have to have 11, but you still use 11 power bombs in the Crystal Flash.
That's true. I'm not meaning to like, well, actually, you here, just for the record. It's just like a little bit of clarification. It also only restores 1500 health, which I actually did not learn until fairly recently. I thought it was full health
just pushed up her glasses and well actually me. I'm kidding.
But yeah, it restores 50 health per ammo used other than the power bomb to initiate the Crystal Flash. So it's actually possible to, if you have like enough health, it's possible to like not have it refill your reserves at all. I think, like if you Crystal Flash while taking heat damage when you have like a full 14 tanks. I may be remembering there, but
So MM2, I couldn't tell if he got the door. Oh, he did. So that's a neat little trick there. It's called a wraparound shot. There are two places, one up here and the landing site, probably more, but also one at Croc, where if you shoot at a particular place, it opens the door on the other side. I don't really understand how it works. Exact probably knows more.
Yeah, it's because out of bounds is weird. Basically, every single room has there's the inbounds portion where you navigate normally, and then directly next to that, out of bounds, offset vertically by one tile, is another copy of the room. So from the
Interesting.
correct pixel position with the correct speed, in this case no speed, you can charge a shot and fire that shot so that it stays spawned just long enough that it hits the out of bounds copy of the door on the other side of the room, and opens it in the inbounds copy of the room as well. This game is broken garbage.
Broken garbage. You heard it here first, folks.
Ooh, MM2's getting a little bullied by those boyons
mhm.
there. There we go, though.
Don't bully MM2. Boyons, right? With a P? I wanted to say
Boyon.
boyon, and I was like, that's a tasty stock.
Nope, those are boyons with a B. B-O-Y-O-N. The poyos are the little Meridia blobs, and those are with a P.
Right.
I think that the name for both of them probably comes from the fact that they're like goopy blobs.
Goopy blobs.
So yeah, next, after doing this cleanup here, our runners are going to go down to Brinstar next. This section has, interestingly, has a number of similarities with the 100% Brinstar cleanup. Except we're going to be, since we didn't Moondance, we're going to be skipping the Edekman's power bombs. We're just going to get the energy tank and the supers here. These speed toms are a nice little
EV
refill, yeah.
Oh, get it on the way out, I see. Yeah, so they're just cleaning up shop here. So just think of where a super pack is, and that's where they're going. Okay, it's in Fair Point. And if you don't know where those are, I vaguely what's been exciting watching these matches. So I've done lots of map randos, and I do any percent KPDR right now. I'm getting to see a lot more of these routes as well. So we're learning here together. Yep, exactly, Tharkus. They're
Prof is
buffing up.
going to Edekman's. Interesting.
Oh. They are picking up ammo to Crystal Flash, getting as many energy tanks as they can, and I mean supers have a higher DPS than charge shots, so
yes,
Anyway, they can kill Ridley at a much faster rate than with charge shots, meaning that they won't take as much damage.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, it's like, you might think, as like a casual observer, you might think that energy tanks are the most valuable pickup that you can get for this route, just because more energy means more heat damage, right? And it's not like energy tanks aren't super valuable in RBO, but super packs are actually more valuable, I would say, both because of that damage on Ridley, and because they're one of the limiting factors for your ability to crystal flash. And so yeah, I think we're seeing probably both runners do a very similar cleanup here. MM2 is gonna will save some time if you skip those Edekman's power bombs. They are one of the slower packs to get, but I think Prof probably wants them just for a little added safety,
Yeah.
giving
and he
him.
probably knows that
Go ahead.
he's a little bit of lag. I apologize. And knows that he's a little bit ahead, so probably was like, I can spend the time. I feel like are power bombs one of the ammos that have the more commonly lower probability rate of being dropped?
Yes, so power bombs and supers are the two tier 2 drops, which If you're full on a tier 2 resource, those drops will change into missiles or energy, which are tier 1 resources. If you're full on tier 1 resources, you do not increase the chances of getting a tier 2 drop.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's much harder to get both types of drops generally, unless you find an enemy like a CAC or one of these zeros that has a guaranteed like super PB ridiculously short charge from MM2 there.
Yeah.
That didn't even look like enough space to do it.
Kaizen saying extra PB pack reduce reliance on GT drops.
Okay. Yep. That would make sense. It also is insulation against having to potentially farm in Fire Fleas if you have something that goes wrong and have to Crystal Flash early. All right, and so now from here. Oh, I think I see what's so MM2. I expect will get the retro power bombs here, or not. Never mind. MM2 has alpha, beta, proc. Not he doesn't have proc yet, but he's going to. Alpha, beta, landing site. Is MM2 going 20 power bombs? Okay, yeah. So yeah, 20 is doable for sure. It's like 20 power bombs is a lot more doable than 20 supers. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, definitely.
But Prof wanted that extra pack of power bombs for 25 for just a little extra safety, which I very much support. Like, better to lose lose a little bit of time picking up an extra power bomb pack if it keeps you alive, or like even if it does, or it like gives you the confidence to keep yourself alive, because that's another interesting thing about RPO. Like, in order, like the heat damage is scary, right? But it's not like, if your movement is clean and fast enough, then like you don't need to worry about the heat damage. But if your movement is not clean, if you're like making slip ups and hitting enemies, if you're feeling like, even if you're just like feeling nervous, and make little mistakes like that, they can be super, super costly, especially in lower Norfair, where the gentlest big enemy is a Disgiga, and those still hit you for 160. So, having if that extra power bomb lets you feel more comfortable and confident in your movement, even that is worth it, leaving aside the fact that it can definitely help keep you alive.
Key hunters do end runs, Tharkus. They're big meanies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tharkus, you're right that
no,
go ahead. I was just gonna say that RBO has been banned in a lot of the multi-cat tournaments or matches, so it makes sense that this is the first time you're getting to see one in the flesh. So, all right, take it away, Zach. This is our boy Croc.
Yep. So this is Crocomire, everybody's favorite boss. No plasma beam here, so we just gotta. Both runners looks like they're just doing the full charge shot kill. I missed if either of them tried to open with ammo. There is a funny way to. Yeah, I've never. Okay, yeah, see, there's two. This is the second wraparound shot that Emrock mentioned earlier. We actually saw two different variations on it. Careful, Prof. If you're in the wrong place when Croc is doing his death animation, we discovered recently. Wait, why is there one spike out of place? Oh, never mind. It was just a weird graphical thing, maybe? Yeah, it's not happening on MM2's screen, I don't think, so. Something's just weird with that one spike on Prof's capture heads. Yeah, you can do the wraparound shot from in the acid or from up on the platform. I do it from up on the platform, but MM2 you saw there did it in the acid. We're gonna get another pack of power bombs.
Yeah,
Runners
and
basically synced here.
I was just
Same
going to say,
fanfare.
yeah, they have both been putting in good work this run. Do we know what their PBs are for RBO?
Not offhand, but they're both very, very
MM2
strong.
he might respond in chat.
I think MM2 has like either a high 10x or a low 11x.
I
And
feel like they're
Prof
fairly comparable.
Prof is also like a 10x. I am very afraid that I'm lying to the good people of chat right
All right, look at this. Sweet. Oh, I was half expecting
now. So
the grapple to come out, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
now you wouldn't use the you don't use the grapple because you're not getting the missiles.
I know, but it still would have been fun.
I know. No, I love. Ever since I recently finally like learned the grapple strat to get those missiles, and it's so much fun.
Yeah,
But
I've.
that mock ball's pretty fun too.
Oh. Ananas says 108 and 109. Are there
Okay.
times?
Okay. Yeah, I was. That's what I thought. I'm pretty
All
sure both
right,
of
so
them
yeah, they
had
will be
10x's.
synced for most of this game. This
Yep.
match.
So yeah, the only real
Oh.
substantive difference we've really seen so far.
Professor. Oh.
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 Yeah.
Well. A for
MM2
effort.
going for the spark, unfortunately missing it and vertically sparking. Prof deciding not to go for it at all. Prof is going to do the technically optimal strat here. If you can do them well, grappling across this is actually faster due to the crash animation of the Shine Spark.
Oh, interesting.
And uses a little bit less health as well.
Mm-hmm. And here we are
But
for our lava dive, right?
yep.
When's the last
So
time they saved? I guess they have plenty. Well, they have more health than usual.
they both saved in proc,
Okay.
like on the way out of proc.
Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm.
All right, delaying there at
Nice.
the top. Very, very nice from both of them. We're gonna get both into the save room with their reserve tank intact. Let's
Mm-hmm.
go.
They made that lava dive look easy, and let me tell you, it is not.
Yeah, you have time. With this many tanks, you have time,
You
but
have time, but you still, it's still.
no, I'm just saying, like, you have time, but like one little slip
Mhm.
up, you get nervous and you drop a wall jump, you like touch a Nami Hay Flame, you're just dead. So very good on
Yeah.
both runners.
MM2
Um,
pausing there at the bottom to drain a bit. Oh wait, no, he just went straight into a crystal flash.
yep.
So yeah, here's our first crystal flash of Lower Norfair. Again, it takes 10, 10, 10, and 1. And it refills your tanks and your reserve tanks and your energy tanks, so quite nifty.
Yep. So this should be our fourth try from MM2 on that green gate glitch. I'm gonna farm up some supers here with a power bomb. Oh, first
Ooh,
try from Prof.
first
Let's
try,
go.
that's, yeah.
All right, and Prof gonna come out ahead on supers here. Both of them are gonna farm these guys with power bombs a little bit because we want to get our supers as full as possible before that refill, so that we have them for GT.
And again,
Prof
supers
firing a missile,
are very valuable here.
yes. This supers are actually like we'd come here for screw attack anyway. Like as much as some people would like you to believe that skipping screw attack will can save time in RBO, not for humans. Quite frankly, not for humans. You don't want to do lower Norfair without screw attack. It's
No,
miserable.
imagine
It's
having to
so
avoid the
bad.
key hunters and, it's just a bad time all around. Grabbing these supers upstairs first.
Yep,
Before...
this super pack is almost as important a reason to come to GT as screw attack.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I would say it's as important, honestly.
So, fighting GT, there is a specific spot that they have found that you take no damage from GT, and he stays in one spot, so my cousin Taskbot can do it. sure your cousin Taskbot did it back in 1992 before the game even came out, huh?
Yeah, your cousin Taskbot's a cheater, I'm sorry.
Doing some farming. These GT eggs are great for refills.
Yep,
And
they
then
have a
with
pretty
grapple. Mm-hmm.
yeah, they have a pretty good super drop rate. The alternative here, so farming here, if you can do it well, is faster. The alternative to refill your supers is just after the fight, you have to go and farm those rippers more. But like I said, obviously that's slow. Here, MM2 is going to be leaving the area with 20 supers, which means that he'll be able to get to full with this one farm on his way out through this door. Looks like Prof is going to end up in even better shape.
Mm.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
got a
one
couple
drop.
PBs. Got 2 PBs and a super, I think.
Oh, that is kind of worth mentioning. Yeah, like
Yeah.
MM2 is
Mm-hmm.
should be fine. You don't need to crystal flash. Ideally, you don't want to crystal flash before pre-Ridley. The 3 CFs in the double Norfair run, again, optimally, are the one at the bottom of the LN elevator, or then one in pre-Ridley. You farm up, you do a crystal flash, you farm to full supers, and then you go. And then one on the way out. And obviously there's one in Dragon as well, but for Lower Norfair, there's 3 that are optimal. And so MM2, you farm power bombs at Fireflies before getting to that second one, but it's still not the comfiest. But then again, I guess he does have one fewer power bomb pack than Prof does.
Yeah. And so MM2 just a little ahead of Professor, but they're still very synced up for a race like this, and both doing missing the jump.
Yeah, Prof getting a little speedy jump janked there. The jump height graph when you have speed booster, like dash speed, make you jump higher. Technically, like it's supposed to make you jump higher, but with the formula between like dash speed and increased vertical jump height is not linear. It's kind of like a sawtooth wave. And so what happened there was Prof ran just a little bit too far and went past one of the sweet spot dash values and actually ended up getting a shorter than expected jump as a result.
I see. Those Fireflies are a great place to farm power bombs, but you also saw them intentionally running into a Firefly so that they had the iframes, right? So essentially becoming invincible to damage while running on the spikes, because taking damage from the Fireflies is less than the damage they would have taken from the spikes suitless. So
yeah, you want to avoid taking any damage that's not heat in this hell run, even more so than the upper Norfair hell runs. And yeah, so Fireflies, funking one of them gives you 96 iframes and 4 damage. Spikes, 60 iframes and 60 damage. Not as fun. Alright, MM2 gonna be doing some farming here. All you really like getting a little extra energy there is nice. Ooh, that dip in the ass is a little scary. But he still has enough that I expect he will be. Okay, yeah, he's gonna come over here, he's gonna super this. Alright, so now MM2's in kind of an awkward spot here, actually. Yeah, he needs to kind of just sit here and wait, because he's full on ammo.
I see.
And if you're doing a crystal flash here between the bugs, which is like technically the optimal way to do it, like you have to be very careful about the timing, because something about a crystal flash, while Samus is in, ooh, that was almost too soon, jeez. If Samus is in the middle of a crystal flash, she does not have iframes. So if you do a crystal flash and one of these Zebos spawns and flies through you, every frame it is in contact with Samus, it will do 20 damage. Every single frame.
Interesting.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, no kidding.
With Zebos, often it won't kill you, but if you are crystal flashing and something like a key hunter touches you, there's absolutely nothing you can do. You're just fully dead.
World record does it with 20? Really, Smellin'?
Yep.
That's wild.
Wait, it does? Yeah, because you dive with 15, you get early Spore Spawn, Etacoons, and then you get GT for 20. World record is 20. Single Meridia, which these two runners are doing, and it's like I would say like the standard, like not like world record route, but not beginner route either, gets 25. You get 30 if you do a second Meridia visit. Holy crap, MM2.
Wow.
Blink and you miss it. My
Wow.
word, what a fight.
And then Prof doing the double X Factor in the beginning, and then the supers.
Bring on the beams here.
Oh, Kaizen 2, Thank you. Or MM2, I mean. Kaizen, thank you.
All right. So Prof
Multitasking is hard.
slightly slower fight, but getting through it.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
maybe
both
not a slightly slower fight. Maybe it was just like...
The fight was good from both of them, for sure. I think
Yeah.
it just feels slower because of being a bit out of sync, but...
Yeah. I think that Prof maybe lost a bit of time in the farm room comparatively. I feel like he's a little bit more behind than he was when we were leaving GT, and I kind of missed exactly how that happened. All right, and so now, yeah, Prof is also going to lose some time here because he needs to stop and farm for supers. We do want to have another Crystal Flash for the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, MM2 getting that. Yeah, like I mentioned in chat earlier, there's a bug where... Let me see if I can remember how it works with so the heat damage, I think it's because of the palette effect, like the way that Samus like flashes white occasionally when she's taking heat damage. If that can potentially, if that happens when you are holding dash and make the game check to see if you have if it should increment your dash counter. I think that the heat damage flashing can overwrite that, and you end up having it ends up like resetting your dash, and you end up with no blue.
Interesting.
I would have to. That's probably not exactly correct, but it's something along those lines is why it happens.
Professor missing the speedball there, so taking some energy from reserve. He's gonna have to Crystal Flash here sooner than later.
Yeah, unfortunate. We're gonna have to Crystal Flash here in Key Hunter Stairs, which is, yeah, we want to wait till a bit later, but Prof should still be fine here. I think it's more inconvenient than dangerous to have to Crystal Flash here, as long as you can like actually get the Crystal Flash off. Like, and it's not like you tanked a hidden wasteland or anything, right? So
yeah. It's always so interesting to me about this game is that places that look like they should be heated aren't. Right, so there are these pockets within Norfair that aren't heated, like Firefly Room and Bubble Mountain. And video game physics.
yeah, I mean, there's potentially something to be said for the idea that Gear Force maybe intended you to be able to do suitless lower Norfair, slash suitless Norfair, at least suitless upper Norfair. Suitless upper Norfair for sure, because Croc is not heated and there's an energy tank there.
True.
Like,
Interesting.
Bubble Mountain is not heated. And Bubble Mountain is just far enough from Business Center that it's tight, but if your movement's good, you can like make it on the tanks that you would have access to. Like, there are these pretty convenient farm locations, like right off of Bubble Mountain, both this one and Speedbugs, like,
True.
and
You get
then like
the
crystal flashing, and the fact that you can lava dive with just wall jumps without boot
mm,
or without gravity suit makes me a little suspicious, but
yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so MM2 making his way through Meridia now.
yep, we've got our nice little tube gravity jump entrance. I love that tube gravity jump. It's
Hmm.
so fun.
Yeah, Professor Leveler farmed up pretty quickly with those supers, and then the B-Tims, right? Is that what it's the Frogway Speedway is? The
Yes,
B-Tims
those are B
drop
times. Yeah.
the power bombs. They will drop power bombs, and then they'll drop small health.
Yes. So
Okay.
they're like CACs, except they have power bombs and small health instead of supers and big health.
MM2
99
getting on the
point.
oh, got it.
Yeah, this is.
So
Yeah, he's
Suitless
not gonna.
Meridia is so fun. I don't know. I traversing through water levels without suits. While can be dicey and requires lots of patience, I think it's a lot of fun.
Honestly, it's so nice that there are so many women in the Super Metroid community who are pretty and have correct opinions about Suitless Meridia. Because yeah, I have long been a Suitless Meridia defender. I think it's really,
Mm.
really exciting. Like the movement kind of looks slow, but it's really intense because you cannot make a mistake.
Oh, this fish just being uncooperative with Professor. Okay, finally.
Off getting it. Yeah, that fish, the middle Main Street fish is like the worst fish in RPL.
Did I miss it? Did they get a spike suit still? Where did they get a spike suit?
Oh yes, you
Oh, for
can
sure.
make
Yes.
lots of mistakes,
Yes.
but like if you make mistakes, they're so costly just because like, for example, if you mess up in Main Street, you can fall all the way down.
All the way down.
All the way down.
They don't. Okay, Smellin just
Yeah, Spelling's just memeing.
Smellin trolling.
Because you can
Make
get
me
a
look like a
spike suit.
fool. Oh, I see.
Oh, so close.
Ugh. Gotta
Wow. Oh,
kill
MM2's
the
gonna get
snake
drop screwed here too, yeah.
the old-fashioned way with that beam combo. Okay,
Yep.
Professor, this is also one of my
I love grapple
favorite
jumps.
things to
Oh my
do. Grapple jumps. You're literally just morphing and then unmorphing, pressing jump. And all I know is it's much easier to do when you have high jump boots. I don't
Yes.
know why, but I know that that is a fact.
So it's because you have to be traveling upward when you do the morph unmorph, and high jump with boots, like you have more, you're traveling upward for longer. Grapple is a really weird broken item in Super Metroid. And so if you are coming out of a grapple swing and you're traveling upward and you do a morph unmorph, as long as you still have that upward momentum, you briefly end up in a crouch pose, which lets you jump again. And then you
Nice,
just repeat that
Professor.
process.
Sorry,
Very, very good one round.
that
No, no,
was
no, please.
a very clean batoon.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a sick button. All right, so no mock droid bridge today. Or any day for a human, for the record.
Oh, is that what Tass does?
Yeah, so Tass can freeze those 3 mock droids in Happy Climb in such a way that it makes a bridge and can charge a Shine Spark
Whew,
and full Happy with them.
so dumb.
It's so funny. I really, really wish it were human possible because it would be so hilarious. Oh yeah, grapple's like I used to hate grapple. I've really come around on it. I think grapple is really, really cool,
You used to
but
hate grapple?
it's just like when you're not sure what you're doing, it can be very difficult to like use it properly. Like
Mm-hmm.
like the fact I
Do you want to
um
just explain what MM2 is doing here
yes, yes,
first?
yes, yes. So for the Dragon fight here, you cannot escape Dragon suitless. It's actually not Dragon's room that's the problem, it's Precious room, the room before. There's no way up unless you do like an underwater wall jump, or X-ray climb. There's no way to get up the room. So what MM2 is doing to solve that here, he's going to do a crystal flash. He's going to get grabbed by Dragon during that crystal flash. Getting grabbed by Dragon changes your pose and interrupts the crystal flash, giving you a flash suit, which is functionally the same as the spike suit. You just get it by
Mm-hmm.
interrupting a crystal flash instead of from spikes. Um, ooh, kind of unlucky there. Now what MM2 needs to do is he's got that spike suit, so he has the permanently charged Shine Spark. But to escape Dragon, you do grapple jumps. Like this room, you do some grapple jumps, and doing those with the spike suit is a little bit more difficult. And if you lose the spike suit, it's a full reset. So instead, MM2 is going to get
Oh
it.
no.
Ooh, Prof getting
Professor
death
getting
there.
shanked while in that crystal flash. And he
Yeah.
didn't say. No, he did. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
oh no,
Oh
this was the pre-Ridley
no.
save. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, oh no.
Yeah, so Prof has to actually redo the Ridley fight here. That's really
That's
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
Um,
So I've not seen that before. How come she kept going through him and didn't interrupt his crystal flash like she does usually when she's gooping?
um, it's just unlucky. I forget exactly
Okay.
what does it, if it's a positional thing or a timing thing
See,
or
I didn't even know that was
what, but
a thing that happened, so
it
that's unfortunate.
can,
Oh,
yeah.
the goop didn't hit, said Simo.
Oh, okay. Yep,
Oh, and there's nothing
that'll
you
do
can
it.
do, so you're just there
Yeah,
helpless.
yeah. No, and
Mm,
once you crystal flash, there's like nothing you can do. Um,
yeah, and Simo saying they think Prof is trying to catch up by not saving, and yeah, it seems I have not in all of these that I've watched, I have not seen the goop not hitting, so it feels like it's not. Oh, it was severe bad RNG, says Kaizen reviewing the clip.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Just sometimes there's like that's one of the like I personally, the Dragon pre-Dragon save I think is one of the most important safeties in this
yeah,
run, especially in a race. Like I definitely understand why Prof skipped that save, but like as you can see, like if that doesn't work out, it's very, very, very
yeah.
costly.
Professor, I have never seen that before, so that is very unlucky that all the goop missed. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think.
M2 still making his way through the game because technically he still has to complete it before.
Yep. Even if
Um,
Prof has forfeit, MM2 needs to finish the run for it to
yes.
count as a win. Yes. Oh, what a show off. MM2
Underwater
Johnson.
wall jumps are very difficult. So what MM2 made look easy there is please don't be deceived.
Yeah, less. I mean, they're less difficult when you're a keyboard cheater.
Oh, how did I know that was
I am,
coming?
I am so very much kidding. Like, just for the record, I like,
I know
I
you
have
are.
no,
I know.
I have no problem with keyboard or hitbox users. I could never be one myself because how the
Right,
hell do
Tilly?
people platform without a D-pad? How do you platform without a D-pad? Like, the only possible explanation I can see is that you're all witches.
Tilly, completely unnecessary uwus. And MM2, I would never. Oh no, that's spin lock. He would never spin lock. See, never mind. But that's funny. Gold the first.
All right.
Wow, Professor saying he golded the first 3 splits of that run and was about -30 on PB at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Professor,
Prof,
you were cruising.
yeah, it was
It was
some
a lot of
sick
fun to
gameplay.
watch.
It was really just like the bad, got screwed by the bad Dragon RNG, but like, yeah, no, otherwise like a very, very, very good run from Prof.
Yeah. MM2 heading towards Fantoon. And then Kraid, and then he'll be done. So this is the back entrance into what is that place? Help. Brain.
Direction.
Thank you. Sorry,
Um,
I woke up at 8 a.m. my time to be here to support my close friends, so my brain's a little slow.
yeah,
Is this
this
the
is
Forgotten
like,
Highway? No.
I don't remember.
Oh, all right.
Yes,
What
it is
part
the
is the
Forgotten Highway.
Forgotten chat? What?
This is the Forgotten Highway, Amroth.
This is the Forgotten. Okay, I knew it.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I was being clever. Thank you.
I was
Does
like,
this
you know everything. Exact. What do you mean? That's
Does this
hilarious.
actually
Like,
save time, or is it just for memes?
I know.
'Cause
See, well,
I
I
really
just
hope it actually
Zach's
saves
memeing
time.
me. She's being memeing.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Prof took a spike hit in Wasteland. That's what I missed. So it wasn't a Disgiga hit, but that was why he had
Yeah.
the Crystal Flash a little early. Okay. I missed that he took the spike hit. All right. So, Fantoon, nice easy fight in this category, thanks to the wonders of Charged Plasma Beam.
Yes. But no X-ray, sadly.
That's fine. The Fantoon microwave sucks anyway.
Sure, but it's fun.
All right, so that was 3. So MM2 is going to need...
This is reverse boss order. Fable, Exodus.
1, 2... Oh, all right. So MM2 having to 3-round here, getting slow punished as well, looks like. He was short a missile, so he should be able to just clean this up with a charge shot here. Yeah, I guess he'll do a couple extra missiles just to make sure Dragon doesn't disappear.
The fun fact that I've learned while doing comms is that the reason you can microwave Fantoon and Dragon is because the game does not expect you to have plasma and Fantoon X-ray before then, and it's why you can't X-ray Ridley, right?
Yes,
Or like
the
something
game.
like that.
So yeah, basically, because the game fully expects you to potentially have Plasma Beam when you get to Ridley, your shots will, like, when a Plasma Beam hits Ridley, it despawns, like the shot despawns like a normal shot hit, non-plasma shot hitting another enemy. But because they don't expect you to have Plasma Beam for Fantoon or Dragon, like Fantoon because Dragon because you need Gravity Suit to even get to Dragon, and also because like you need to kill Dragon to get to Plasma. And with Fantoon, you need to kill Fantoon to get Gravity Suit, which you need to get to Dragon. You need to kill to get to Plasma. So obviously, like we do it a little bit weird, so we do have Plasma for Fantoon, but like it just wasn't something the devs ever considered as a possibility, because to them you would never have Plasma that early. Similar with Croc too. Actually, oh,
and yes, Fable off to Kraid now. MM2 is gonna clean up the game by going to Kraid and being mindful not to zombie Kraid. So isn't that if Kraid takes a missile shot and then a charged plasma shot?
Yes. So if you bring Kraid exactly to 0 HP with a charge shot after hitting him with the first missile, if he stands up, he will open his mouth once, and if you do not hit him with something to kill him that one time he opens his mouth, he will close his mouth and just walk around being like standing up, never opening his mouth at all, and it's a soft lock. It's called Zombie Kraid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so be careful if you are trying to kill Kraid with charged plasma. Hmm. Excuse me. Off that engine there.
All right.
All
Ooh, I see. Professor is a zombie Kraid. Mm-hmm. And not the good kind of zombie. The game is locked kind of zombie.
What, pray tell, Emrock, is the good kind of zombie?
You know what? It made a lot more sense in my mind, so MM2's skipping Varia, so he will be taking extra double damage with Rainbow. You know
Okay,
what?
everybody, chat, lay off. I'm the only one who's allowed to bully her right now.
That's alright. I know who Cold Pad Thai is.
Yeah, this is our dynamic, not yours. Back off.
Cranberry zombie. Exactly, Tilly. See, Tilly gets it.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess Tilly's got the one counterexample, huh? All right. So yeah, MM2 did in fact remember there are 4 bosses
That's
in this
great. What is
category.
that? So what is
Shout
that
out
joke
Sparrow.
from? Who?
Sparrow.
Mm.
What joke?
Oh, who has skipped, who's missed that boss? Because I feel like that's a joke where someone must have missed that there's a 4th boss and went to beat the game.
So there's a clip from a while ago of a runner named Farrell who is like an older runner I has not been active while I've been active, but I think might be coming back to the game. And he had an RBO run where he got to G4 like way, way, way ahead, and he was like, "Where did I save all of this time?" And then it's like, "Trade!" Realized they had to go all the way back down to trade.
No.
And yeah, it's a classic clip. So shout out Sparrow.
Twitch of the North Star Professor died at Dragon and had not saved since pre-Ridley, so.
Yes.
For those
Um,
joining now.
and yeah, now he's timing out some stuff in Main Street. Because what Zenny does in his world record is he gets a spike suit, leaving Meridia or leaving Lower Norfair rather, in the room with in Hodorubi room.
Which room's that?
The one with the seahorses and the spikes right before Musketeers.
Oh, I see. That's right.
Yeah, you
Oh, I've
can get a
watched you get spike suits there. I feel like you were
yes.
practicing.
I
Mhm.
I don't know if I did anything practical with it. I think I was just practicing to practice because I'm terrible at spike suit carries. But if you are not terrible at spike suit carries like I am, Zenny's world record actually gets that spike suit, and then carries it all the way through Green Meridia, like up Main Street, across Everest. It's like I don't even know how he does it. I would need to rewatch because it's just like there's so many places there that it seems like you should be doing spike suit or shine spark inputs. But so yeah, he gets that spike suit. He carries it all the way to post Batoon, and he uses it to shine spark through Batoon E-Tank room, which saves like some ridiculous amount of time. It's like 30 or 40 seconds or something like that. I want to say it's something that stupid. Um, but it's a very it's so we have the Zenny Spark, which is what people like endearingly call a bonked behemoth spark, like at the end in escape climb, the diagonal spark that gets you all the way to the top of the room. If you do that wrong, you'll bonk low, and people meme on that as the Zenny Spark sometimes. But
Um,
go ahead.
oh, I just wanted to point out MM2, and then we can come back to the conversation. He's just cleaning up shop here in Torian. And makes menuing look. I know, I
Oh,
was gonna
so
say makes menuing
close.
look easy. I jinxed it. My bad.
Oh, that
Fire
room,
me.
when that room goes right, it's so cool.
It is.
Metroid's 3 is one of my done correctly with like the space jump strat. Doesn't even need to be the like spring ball version. I think he takes a hit here. Yep. But it's just like so cool to just fly through. You can finish the room in like I think my best ever is like a 5.2x, but you could definitely get a 5.1x if not better.
Is MM2 a boomer skipper?
Yes.
Wow.
MM2 is oh
Oh.
does get grabbed, but no big deal.
Yeah. And he did take the safety save right beforehand, so as long as he finishes the game, the win is locked in.
Yep. Um so yeah,
Baby skip
he's
skip,
gonna
exactly.
well that wasn't really a baby skip because baby skip we do use to refer to specifically like using pseudo screws or screw attack to damage down
I
on the
never
hover.
knew that. I
Yeah,
never
a
knew it was
baby
a
skip
specific
is when
thing.
you
Hmm.
intentionally damage down so that the baby drains you for less time. Um, whereas what MM2 did was go for baby skip and then fail it.
Sure. But regardless,
Come on.
there is a skipping of babies that did not happen. So, or the skipping of skipping babies that did not happen.
Did MM2 mean to turn off high jump there?
Mm-mm. No.
Mm.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Um, hey Kev. It was a really, really close race until Prof lost some time taking a spike hit in Wasteland and had to Crystal Flash early, and then died, got really unlucky, didn't get goofed by Dragon during a Crystal Flash and died, and did not have a pre-Dragon save because he skipped it to try and catch up to MM2. Have to be a little cautious here. Like, it's not mega scary with Plasma Beam, but if you do mess up and tank a catch-up, it can, like, each hit of a catch-up deals 400 damage, which means a triple hit can deal 1200, which will kill you without Barrier Suit. Like, even if it doesn't kill you, it leaves you with not enough energy to survive a Rainbow Beam. But it's all fine here. MM2 demonstrating that you don't actually need to be below 100 energy if you have no suits. The thresholds for the second Rainbow Beam actually you don't need to be below 100, period. With Gravity Suit, you need to have 100 or less, Various Suit 180 or less, and Power Suit 340 or less. And basically, as far as I can tell, those thresholds were chosen because they should, in theory, let you survive a meatball hit and a full barrage of onion rings from Mother Brain, which will Like above that, you'll survive that. That's like the lowest threshold where you might not. Um, if you get like a bad double hit from a meatball or something. All right, now MM2 doing our stand-up glitch here. With enough energy tanks, you can trick the game into letting you stay standing up and firing shots. Then once Mother Brain, the cutscene progresses to a point, you can start shooting Mother Brain. And if you do it correctly, you end up only having to do one hyper beam shot at the very end of the fight. Very, very nice textbook stand-up glitch from MM2. So Hundo, and it must be low ice. Low ice is MM2's permabito. I imagine especially against Prof, because Prof is cracked at low ice. Absolute shocker, I know, Prof. All right, so MM2 in the escape here. Gonna be sparking up, taking a hit, then jumping through. Nice little left side Leodox here. Actually saving time setting up with that Moonfall. It's very easy not to actually save time if you spend too long setting that up. A lot of Moonfalls are like that. Knows any spark. But yeah, like if it costs you more time to set up a Moonfall than the Moonfall actually saves, it's not actually a time save. So like that one, it saves you about 1.5 seconds. So if it takes you that long to set up, then you're not saving time. All right, and get your GGs in chat for MM2, finishing in
GG's
first
MM2.
place this race with a. Do you have the race from Open MRock? Can you see what the race time is?
No, I do not have it open. Sorry, I can get there though.
All right, so yeah, GG's to MM2.
Oh.
Very nice first race.
I'm opening it. It is a 1:11:36.9 in race time.
Very nice. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we are gonna take a short break while our runners prepare for the next race. Choose the veto. This will be MM2's pick. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we will be back shortly.
Very shortly.